into the room, no words in my mouth, heart still guarded, steps so soft and south. You looked at me like you've been waiting so, then spoke my name before I said hello. And I froze like a dream in a winter light. How could you know me in just one sight? The world went hush, the crowd turned slow when you whispered low. You said my name like a song you knew, like a secret note only meant for two. The sound of it wrapped around my soul before I said hello. Before I said hello, hello. The air was coffee warm and music mild. I held my breath, a curious child. Your voice was velvet, your eyes aglow, and still you knew me before I said hello. No script, no clue, no reason why, but something in you read me right, like pages turned with time so slow, and still you know. Oh, you said my name like a song you knew, like a secret note only meant for two. The sound of it wrapped around my soul before I said hello. Before I said hello, hello. Was it deja vu or something more? A past life knocking at my door. You found me when I didn't show and called me out before I even know. You said my name like a song you knew, like the morning knows the sky is blue. No need for words, no need to show. You felt my name before I said hello. Before I said hello, you already held me. He looked at me like he knew my past, like all my secrets weren't meant to last. Didn't say a word, didn't move too fast, but somehow he saw right through the mask. Like pages he'd read but never wrote, like echoes still dancing in his coat. The air stood still, the lights turned low, and I just felt it in my soul. It's the way he knew, not the way he asked, like he held a part of me from a life that passed. No questions said, just truth that grew in the silence, the way he knew. I laughed too light, tried to shift from my gaze, but he just stayed in that quiet haze. His eyes held mine in a steady blaze, like he'd seen my tears from other days. He didn't chase, he didn't pull, just waited like a half-filled pool. And in that space I nearly flew, just by the way he knew. like he read the song. I'm too scared to leave. No need for names, no shades of blue, just the stillness, the way he knew. The way he knew. More than I ever knew me to. I opened a drawer I forgot I had, old ticket stubs and a photograph. No names, no notes, no date or fuss, just feeling soft like memory dust. It didn't scream, it didn't cry, it just sat there in the light, like whispers caught in coffee steam, or faces from a fading dream. Soft like memory dust, floating in the air. You're not really gone, you're just somewhere. In rooms I walk, in songs I trust, you linger still like memory dust. The scent of rain on a wooden floor reminds me you've been here before. I don't call you, I don't need to. You're in the silence I listen through. No rush to feel, no need to say. Some love just never goes away. It clings like breath on window glass, still soft, still deep, still meant to last. Soft like memory dust, floating in the air. You're not really gone, you're just somewhere. In rooms I walk, in songs I trust, you linger still like memory dust. Maybe you're the chair I sit on late. Maybe you're the pause I hesitate. Not loud, not lost, not torn or rushed, but always here, like memory dust. Soft like memory dust, never fades away. You move in me in your quiet way, and even if we never touch, I still hold you like memory dust, like dust in the light, still there in plain sight. We never said a single thing, but silence felt like everything. Your gaze was soft but deep and true, like it had seen what I'd been through. You didn't speak, but somehow I heard 1,000 thoughts without a word. It wasn't loud, but clear as day, like you had known me anyway. Eyes that whispered me gently and slow, like a name only hearts could know. No sound, no noise, just silent plea. But I felt you calling me through eyes that whispered me. I turned away, then glanced again, afraid to fall, afraid to bend. But something about the way you see unfolded hidden parts of me. No lips moved, no question asked, but every layer came unmasked. I didn't think love came this free, till you just looked and whispered me. Eyes that whispered me, gently and slow, like a name only hearts could know. No sound, no noise, just silent plea. But I felt you calling me through eyes that whispered me. It wasn't in a script or song. It wasn't right, it wasn't wrong. It just existed quietly inside those eyes that whispered me. Eyes that whispered me, like autumn breeze, like secrets floating through the trees. You knew me long before I'd be a name inside your reverie, through eyes that whispered me. No word, no word, no word. Still you spoke to me. Before you spoke, before a word, I felt my name without it heard. The room stood still, the moment slow, but somehow you already know. No lips moved, no whispers said, still my name danced in my head. You wrapped it soft in silent air, and I turned, 'cause it was there. Name wrapped in silence, carried by light, like morning mist before a first sight. You held me close without a sound, and somehow I felt safe and found. You called me in your quiet way, before the world had words to say. It wasn't magic, wasn't fate, just truth arriving, never late. You looked and saw the soul I hide, and called it forth from deep inside. The space between the breath and song is where my name has lived so long. And in your stillness, you set it free. Without a sound, you named me. A name wrapped in silence, carried by light, like morning My scattered self came back around. Name wrapped in silence, still in the room, like flowers waiting just to bloom. You knew me not by sound or fame, but by the weight inside my name that will never fade away. My name still lingers in your silence. Steam curled up like thoughts I hide. Bittersweet on both my sides. You sat across just sipping slow, but my heart beat loud. You didn't know, but maybe the cup in my hand did feel the weight of the truth I tried to conceal. No sugar, no cream, just honesty floating there quietly. Coffee knew my secret in every sip I take, in every stir, in every shake. It tasted like a truth unspoken, warm but almost broken. You smiled and never asked a thing, but the coffee, it knew everything. The way you looked, so calm, so sure, while I was tracing pain I can't ignore. The rim, the foam, the silent steam held more of me than what I seem. I talk about weather, books, and time, but not the ache behind my rhyme. Still in that cup, so soft, so deep, I left the parts I couldn't keep. Coffee knew my secret in every sip I take, in every stir, in every shake. It tasted like a truth unspoken, warm but almost broken. You smiled and never asked a thing, but the coffee, it knew everything. It held the quiet I couldn't share, the questions that hung in the air. And maybe you knew too, just chose to wait till my silence starts to translate. Coffee knew my secret, didn't need to say. It listened in its gentle way, a witness to the words unsaid, to every thought I left unread. You smiled and let the silence sing, but the coffee, it knew everything. Just like you, it knew and stayed. You spoke and something moved inside. Not the words, but what they tried to hide. Like echoes bouncing off my skin. You didn't ask, but drew me in. It wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, but somehow it pulled me near. Like the sound had seen my face in every secret empty space. Your voice, my reflection in your tone. Like you saying what I won't say. In your breath I lost my way. Not a mirror I could see, but your voice reflected me. You didn't know the battles fought, but your rhythm matched my tangled thoughts. Your laughter hummed in the same key as memories I couldn't free. It's more than tone, it's more than pitch. It's a thread that slowly stitched the parts of me I left behind, now waking in your quiet lines. Your voice, my reflection. In your tone I found connection. Like you sang what I won't say. In your breath I lost my way. Not a mirror I could see, but your voice reflected me. Not every truth comes through a name, but something in your voice knew my shame. Like a song I've never heard, but every note knew every word. Your voice, my reflection, whispered back my own confession. You never asked, you never tried, but still you reached the place I hide. And in that sound so quietly, you spoke the parts I keep from me. Your voice, my reflection. I heard a sound that had no name, a gentle pull I couldn't tame. It whispered not in words or lines, but reached a place beyond the mind. Like mist that moves before it's seen, like notes that play inside a dream. It wasn't loud, it wasn't far, but still I knew just where you are. I was called by the unknown, by something that felt like home. Not a face I've ever seen, but still you knew what I mean. No direction, still I've flown, 'cause I was caught up by unknown, by the unknown. The way you spoke, it held no claim, yet somehow still you said my name. Not with lips, not with a tone, but in a way that felt my own. A pull, a hum, a quiet cue, and suddenly I walked to you. didn't ask, you didn't show, but still you knew which way I'd go. And I have never felt so numb than when I was called by the unknown, by the unknown, by you I've known. He never said the words I knew, but every chord just cut right through, like he had lived my quiet ache and sang the pieces I couldn't break. His song was wrapped in evening light, not too loud but pulling tight. He didn't call me by my name, but every note felt just the same. He sang my shadow soft and slow, the parts I hide, the pain I show, like he had walked my winding way and turned it all to melody. He didn't sing of me, it's true, but somehow he always knew. He played the hush between my days, the sighs I lose in quiet haze. His voice would bend like broken time and echo secrets that weren't mine. Not questions asked, not answers clear, just every sound I need to hear, like mirrors made of minor keys, reflecting all the silent me. He sang my shadow soft and slow, the parts I hide, the pain I show, like he had walked my winding way and turned it all to melody. He didn't sing of me, it's true, but somehow he always knew. I stayed quiet, held my fear, but he turned it all into atmosphere, in chords that only hearts decode. He carried me without the load. He sang my shadow note by note, like a poem I never wrote. I wasn't seen, I wasn't shown, but in his song I wasn't alone. He didn't sing my name, it's true, but he sang the part I never knew. He sang my shadow.
You opened your mouth, then stopped mid-breath, like something caught, like something left. And in that pause, I felt the weight of all the things we hesitate. Before a name escapes the lips, There's history held in fingertips. There's meaning found in quiet air that lingers soft and lays us bare. The pause between names says more than words could claim. Like you know me, but you're still unsure of what your voice is calling for. It's a whisper wrapped in flame, that pause between names. I watched your eyes, they searched for mine, like truth was hiding in the time. Before you dared to say it loud, before we stepped out from the cloud, and I could feel my heart unfold in silence deeper than the cold. It's where the tender stories stay, when all the noise has slid away. The pause between names says more than words could claim. Like you know me, but you're still unsure of what your voice is calling for. It's a whisper wrapped in flame, that pause between names. Sometimes we speak, sometimes we don't, but in that space I hear what you want. A breath, a beat, a moment shy still tells me more than any why. The pause between names carries love without a frame. No letters, no sound, no fame, just stillness that softly came. Before the echo, before the claim, there lived the pause between our names. Between our names, I heard everything.
He said my name like he'd known for years, like he'd walk beside all of my fears. I never spoke, I didn't explain, but somehow he called me just the same. Was it the way I held my hand, or silence only hearts understand? It shook me how his words fit right, like moonlight finding me at night. Who told him about me? Who gave away my song? He hummed the notes I never played and said the things I kept too long. It wasn't chance, it wasn't free. So tell me now, who told him about me? His smile curled like a secret sign, like he'd heard thoughts that once questions asked, no stories said. Yet he knew what lived inside my head. I've never left a trace that loud, but still he found me in the crowd, like something past beyond the sound, and laid my name upon the ground. Who told him about me? Who whispered what I hide? He knew the room I run away. He stood where I would try to slide. It wasn't random, couldn't be. So tell me now, who told him about me? Maybe no one had to speak. Maybe souls don't need to leak. The truth just finds a way to be. And maybe that's how he knew me. Who told him about me? Before I let it show, he stepped inside my quiet world and named the things I'll never know. Was it fate or mystery? Still I wonder, who told him about me? About me. Before me. You walked in like you belonged to a chapter I forgot too long. No introduction, still I knew the way you stood, the way you moved. It wasn't love at second sight, more like a memory dressed in light. You didn't speak, and neither did I, but still something said hi. The familiar stranger, where have you been? You feel like pages I've once seen. A face unknown, a soul I knew, like a silent echo coming through. I don't know you, but it's true. Somehow I remember you. Your laugh fit right in the air, like it had lived a lifetime there. And when our eyes began to meet, I swear I felt a heartbeat repeat. Maybe we met in passing dreams, or crossed through silent movie scenes. But all the moments start to blur when I stand this close to her. The familiar stranger, where have you been? You feel like pages I've once seen. A face unknown, a soul I knew, like a silent echo coming through. I don't know you, but it's true. Somehow I remember you. Time didn't tell me, fate didn't show, but something in you feels like home, like we left notes in another life, and now we just arrived. The familiar stranger without a name, still everything feels just the same. You knew you're far, you're suddenly near, and I don't know why, but you feel clear. I don't
Did not like most would do. Didn't jump in with something new. He just stayed, eyes locked on mine, like silence had its perfect time. And I said less than I could say, but somehow he heard anyway. Not the words, but what I meant, in every breath that came and went. He listened too closely to the space I left behind, to the tremble in my stillness, to the pauses in my lines. I didn't mean to be revealed, but he made the silence real. He listened too closely. I changed the subject, looked away, dropped my tone and smiled halfway. But he just tilted slightly near and caught the parts I feared to hear. He read the weight behind my grin, like he'd been where I had been. Not asking more, not pressing me, but hearing what I didn't speak. He listened too closely to the parts I tried to hide, to the rhythm of avoidance, to the tears I dried inside. I never asked him to decode, but somehow he just knew the Lord. He listened too closely, and it scared me to be that seen, to have my heart read in between. But there was peace in not pretending, and in his quiet understanding. He listened too closely and gave me back my truth. No fixing, no advice, just presence in the proof. It wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, but somehow I felt heard right here. He listened too closely. Too closely. Too closely. And I'm still echoing.
You leaned in close, just on the brink, like you were about to say the thing that ties my soul to everything. But I pulled back, I couldn't sink. My name's not just a word to share, it's wounds and wishes tangled there. You held it soft, your lips half said, but I whispered, not yet. Don't say it yet. I'm not ready to be known. I'm still hiding in a place I call my own. Your voice is kind, your eyes are true, but I'm still learning what is me, not you. So hold that name like breath you kept, just Don't say it yet. You said it once, just soft and slow, like petals landing on fresh snow. I felt it bloom inside my chest, a name I knew but never guessed. It lingered there beyond the sound, in empty rooms and bustling town. Not loud, not sharp, not even claimed, but something changed when you said my name. An echo of a soft name, still ringing through the air. No need to say it twice, I feel it everywhere. It hums beneath my quiet days, and finds me in the smallest ways, like sunlight in a picture frame. An echo of a soft name. I tried to move, pretend it passed, but every note still seems to last. A syllable so small, so light, still colors every shade of night. It wasn't meant to last this long, but soft things sometimes grow so strong. And now it's part of who I am. That moment when you gently ran. An echo of a soft name, still ringing through the air. No need to say it twice, I feel it everywhere. It hums beneath my quiet days, and finds me in the smallest ways, like footprints lost in gentle rain. An echo of a soft name.
It follows like a distant bell. It stays where every silence dwells. And though the voice is gone for now, that name still knows me somehow. An echo of a soft name still lives beneath my skin. You said it once and walked away, but it keeps calling me within. I never asked, I never claimed, still I carry that soft name.
A soft name, still echoing, still mine.
I stepped into the quiet space, didn't think I'd leave a trace. But he looked up like he just knew, like all this time he'd seen it through. Not startled, not surprised, like he'd watched me through the skies, like he heard my silent song long before I came along. Almost like he waited, like he saved that chair for me, like he counted down the days till we met so casually. He didn't move too fast or slow, but something in his stillness showed
It felt like fate was understated, almost like he waited. He didn't ask where I had been, just smiled like he saw within. And I, too stunned to understand, felt the past fall from my hands. I never knew what home could be, but in that glance it followed me. A stranger's calm and knowing nod, like he'd whispered to my God. Almost like he waited, like he saved that chair for me, like he counted down the days till we met so casually. He didn't move too fast or slow, but something in his stillness showed. It felt like fate was understated, almost like he waited. Not every clock runs on time. Some hearts just wait in silent rhyme. And when we cross, we simply know that not all waiting has to show. Almost like he waited, like he'd heard my steps before, like the universe just paused at this quiet coffee door. No need for words, no need to say. The moment simply made its way, and I walked in like it was fated, almost like he waited. Almost like he waited.
He leaned in close, just near enough. The world grew still, like time gave up. And in the space that filled the air, I felt a truth I couldn't wear. Before the sound, before the line, something echoed soft and fine. It wasn't loud, it wasn't clear, but everything I needed was near. One breath before words held more than I had heard, like pages turning without hands, like oceans rising through the sand. He didn't speak, but still I knew that one breath held something true. I saw the weight behind his eyes, like sentences in sweet disguise. We didn't rush, we didn't try, but silence held the reason why. That pause between the heart and thought revealed the things we never taught. He did just circle all around. And in that hush, so light, so deep, I found a part I meant to keep. One breath before words was louder than the world. A single beat, a hidden key to something only hearts can see. And even now I still return to that one breath before I learn. Before the words, he said everything.
He said my name like it was new, not just a sound but something true. Like every letter knew the tone to echo softly through the room. And I had never heard it sung with chords that wrapped around my lungs. No melody